Whoa, wait, 4th gen? What is this, huh? Well, yeah, I kind of like 4th gen, so I'm going to be posting some 4th gen battles up here for you today. So, I've got one against BreezZy or Ryan, really old friend of mine. We had a black-white tube match. Didn't go over so well for him, so he was like, hey, you want a 4th gen instead? And I was like, sure, I like 4th gen. So, here we go, 4th gen match. So, I'm going to be leading off with a Colberberry Azelf. He's going to be leading off with a Dragonite. I know that I can live any hit that he has, and can get up Stealth Rocks, barring he's Choice Banded. And look at that extreme speed damage. Oh my god, do you think he's Choice Banded, guys? I don't know. I see no life or recoil. So, I'm just going to go into Jirachi, pretty much sponge the hit. He actually stays in and actually does go for a second extreme speed, so that kind of surprised me. I figured he'd like try and double switch up or something. So, because he didn't double switch, I'm going to take this time to double switch. I'm going to go back into my lead Azelf. He actually goes out into a Swampert. Now, I don't know if any of y'all know my 4th gen theory about Swampert, but as soon as you see it, you kill it as fast as you possibly can. So, I'm just going to go for a taunt, because I figure I don't want him like phasing me out or anything. He actually reveals Protect, so I know that if he has a Ghost type, he's going to switch to it right now, but I'm just going to go for the Explosion. And, it's actually going to take him out, which I kind of was surprised at. He later told me that he was especially defensive Swampert, which I was like, huh, okay, well that explains why Explosion killed you off. So, we have a double down. He's going to go out into his Choice Scarf Flygon. I'm going to go out into my Choice Scarf Flygon. So, we both make the same exact move on the double down, which I found to be pretty hilarious. I'm going to win the speed tie, go for a U-turn, go out into my Jirachi, and he's going to do the exact same thing. So, me winning the speed tie gave him switch initiative, which kinda sucked, in all honesty. So, funny story about this, because I couldn't find any other Azelf set, and my Heatran had Stealth Rocks as well. I just kind of grabbed this Heatran, so I didn't really need it. Plus I thought I could live an Earthquake because I have a Shucka Berry. But because this thing has Explosion, I can't, because I'm Hasty Nature, and that basically means you can't live any kind of explosions. So, they're not explosions, they're earthquakes. What am I talking about? Anyways, I'm going to go into my Suicune and threaten him out with the Ice Beam, but I figured he's going to switch out, so I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Electric to hit his incoming Ice Resist, which happens to be his Starmie. So I figured one of two things happens. Since he's not leftovers, he's either going to just hit me with a Thunderbolt or go for Calm Mind. No, I'm going to go for Calm Mind. He's going to go for Recover if he's Life Orb. So he does turn out to be Life Orb because he shows Recover, so I got a free Calm Mind boost, so risking it for the biscuit was, you know, a fair trade-off right there. So we both go for our respective electric moves, him with Thunderbolt, me with Hidden Power Electric, and I'm just going to kill him off because I am at +1, and judging for the damage that the first one did earlier after the Life Orb recoil did from the Recover, it's pretty much gone. So, he goes into Skarmory now, and for those of you who don't know, Surf actually does like 2.5 more damage than Hidden Power Electric because Stab boost. So that is what we call a fully physically defensive Skarmory, because that almost knocked it completely out. So, I get Whirlwinded out into Breloom. Because the Skarmory's this low of health and I outpace it, it's not that bad of a Whirlwind. Now, in like a normal scenario, Whirlwinding out a Skarmory, no, Whirlwinding a Breloom, Whirlwinding out into Breloom against the Skarmory is a horrible scenario. But he's at such low health, so it really didn't matter. So I figure there's no time to sub, I just have to go for a Focus Punch right now. He goes into Dragonite, almost gets taken out, which I was like, dang it, I would have loved for that thing to have been dead. So he figured that since he's at such low range of HP, he can just go for an Outrage. Now, looking at the damage that thing did, I'm thinking I might not be able to take 3 and then get off a Wish and all that. So I'm just going to go right for a Thunderbolt, kill this thing off, because that thing is doing way too much damage. So, let's see and talk and communicate, and oh yay, yes, this part, Infernape comes out, which I'm like, yes, Infernape, I love seeing Infernape. So, he goes for Fire Blast, so I know that he's not a physically mixed Infernape. I see Life Orb, so I know that he's not Choice, so the only other two options, I'm thinking that he could be are either specially mixed or nasty plot. So I'm just gonna go into Suicune, and I figure either way he's gonna either have Grass Knot or Hidden Power Ice, one of the two. So I basically did that because Flygon's Outrage would not be a solid one-hit KO after one Stealth Rock switch in and a Life Orb recoil, so I needed 2 Life Orb recoils for it to pretty much be a solid KO, or extremely high KO chance. So let's go Outrage, he goes out into his Skarmory, dies, and I'm gonna win the speed tie again! I don't know how I won both those speed ties, probably because the game was like, hey, we're gonna make you extremely lucky today. So I mean, had he won the speed tie, he more than likely would have won. But that's not the case. I wound up winning the speed tie. He's going to go out into his Infernape. Of course, I get the frapping 2-turn Outrage. At the time, I had forgotten that I still had Breloom around, so I was like, oh, right, I still have this thing. So he shows Nasty Plot, which I'm like, okay, well, at the time it would have been threatening, but right now it's not that big of a deal. I could have gone for Focus Punch instead of going for Spore, in case he wanted to try and get greedy and Nasty Plot up again. That kind of would have been funny. But no, I'm just going to go into Flygon. I'm going to get extremely scared that this +2 Vacuum Wave does as much as it freaking does. I mean, hell, look at that damage. I'm like, damn! So I'm just going to hit it with an Earthquake and then finish off the game right there. Excuse me. So, that was a really good game, Ryan. Sorry about that Black-White 2 Rotom Heat, never Rotom Wash, stupidness bot. Anyways, thanks you all for watching. I truly and sincerely appreciate it, and I'll catch you later, guys. Peace out.